Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to get you quickly up to speed on the tech news that actually matters.
Exactly. And today we are digging into the Tech Ctrl+Alt+Read newsletter.
That's right, the August 3rd, 2025 edition. It's edition #17. Our mission, as always, is to cut through the noise and give you those aha moments.
And this one kicks off with a really huge theme. Big Tech's trillion-dollar AI arms race to build the future of AI infrastructure.
An arms race, yeah. That framing really hits home.
It does. And it stresses this isn't just, cautious R&D. We're talking about a foundational shift, companies betting the farm.
Right, building the actual foundations. You called it monumental. And the sheer scale of the money involved backs that up. You're not just playing with AI. They're building its future home.
Precisely. Aiming for decades of influence, maybe dominance.
So how does that huge spending break down? Are Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Meta all just throwing cash at the same wall? Or do they have, different game plans?
That's a great question, because the total spend is just massive. Over $350 billion in capital expenditures planned for 2025 alone.
$350 billion.
In 1 year.
Yeah, and it's projected to cross $1 trillion by 2028.
Wow.
And it's all specifically for scaling up AI data centers, developing custom silicon, chips, and boosting their cloud infrastructure. But their actual strategies, they do differ.
Okay.
So take Microsoft. They're leading the pack, spending-wise. Over $120 billion.
$120 billion.
Driven heavily by Azure cloud growth and, of course, their big OpenAI partnership.
Yeah.
Their strategy seems to be dominating AI as a service.
Right. Make Azure OpenAI the go-to for businesses wanting AI, like the Windows of AI.
Kinda, yeah. Making their model the sort of default choice for enterprise AI.
Okay. So what about Amazon? AWS is the giant there.
Right. Amazon's putting in over $100 billion, a huge chunk for AWS expansion, naturally, but also really aggressive moves in AI chip innovation. They want AWS to be seen as the most efficient, the most scalable place to run AI, period, cementing their infrastructure lead. Google, Alphabet,
Alphabet, yeah. They're looking at upwards of $85 billion, again, cloud expansions, but also their specialized AI hardware, those TPUs, tensor processing units. They're leveraging their, deep AI research strengths, aiming for maybe technological supremacy.
Interesting. Less service-focused, more tech-focused, perhaps.
Potentially. And then there's Meta, around $70 billion. They seem maybe a bit more exploratory, looking into joint ventures, maybe selling off some assets.
Okay.
Their strategy feels centered on owning the consumer AI experience, building this self-reinforcing AI ecosystem for Facebook, Instagram users, and, their metaverse plans, too.
Got it. So 4 giants, 4 slightly different massive bets on where AI infrastructure needs to go. These investments are clearly the bedrock.
Yeah.
How are the ripples felt elsewhere in the wider tech ecosystem?
Oh, they're everywhere. You see it clearly in startups and funding.
Like what?
Well, Vast Data, they do data management, is reportedly talking with Capital G, that's Google's growth fund, and NVIDIA about funding. The potential valuation? Up to $30 billion.
$30 billion for data management.
Exactly. It just highlights this massive bottleneck in scaling AI. How do you actually manage all the data?
Makes sense. Data is the fuel.
And look at Anaconda. They just raised $150 million, hitting a $1.5 billion valuation. That shows the huge demand for tools that help people actually build and, deploy AI models.
Right. The picks and shovels for the AI gold rush, like we talked about.
Precisely.
Okay, so that's funding. What about bigger moves? Acquisitions, IPOs, corporate strategy stuff?
We saw Palo Alto Networks making moves in cybersecurity. They snapped up Protect AI and then announced this enormous $25 billion deal for CyberArk.
Wow, huge consolidation in security.
Definitely. But maybe the biggest headline was the Figma IPO.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Wild.
It priced at $33 a share, then surged 250% on the first day of trading.
Incredible.
It really underscores the immense value placed on developer tools, especially collaborative ones, in this whole AI-driven era.
A definite blockbuster. Okay, let's dive into tech AI itself. Any specific updates?
Yeah. Google's been active. They updated Firebase Studio with an agent mode, making it easier to build AI agents. And they launched Opal, which is an AI tool for creating apps with no code.
Making AI more accessible, then.
Exactly, lowering the barrier to entry. And on the talent side, Meta reportedly secured a top AI researcher, Matt Dyke, with a deal worth, get this, $250 million.
$250 million for one researcher.
It just shows you the incredible premium on top-tier human talent in AI right now.
No kidding.
And maybe less flashy, but really significant, GitHub Copilot. It just surpassed 20 million users.
20 million developers using AI assistants.
Yeah. It shows AI help for coding isn't just like a nice to have anymore. It's becoming essential, indispensable, really.
Okay, what about general tech and apps? Stuff hitting consumers more directly.
Well, the company, Nothing, unveiled their CMF Watch 3 Pro. And the price is just $99.
$99. What's it got?
It runs RTOS, that's a real-time operating system, good for low-power devices. Gets a claimed 13-day battery life, dual GPS, and it has ChatGPT integration.
ChatGPT on a $99 watch. Wow.
Yeah, a perfect example of AI seeping into even really cost-constrained devices.
Definitely. Anything else on the app front?
There's Germd. They launched a beta for end-to-end encrypted direct messages on Bluck, which is a decentralized social platform. They're using the app protocol and MLS message layer security.
Privacy focus and decentralized social media. Interesting.
Yeah, seems critical for building trust there.
Okay, let's shift to the cloud. We know the giants are spending big, but any specific projects?
Idaho National Laboratory is teaming up with AWS. They're going to build specialized AI tools for nuclear energy research.
That's specific.
Yeah.
Shows the niche applications.
Absolutely. Tailoring cloud for highly complex specialized workloads. And Microsoft made news by unveiling a level 2 quantum system.
Quantum. Still early days, but positioning for the future of cloud, I guess.
That seems to be the idea. The next phase beyond classical computing in the cloud. And you also have Oracle making noise about its AI plus cloud edge, trying to challenge the big three hyperscalers.
Competition heating up even with a massive scale. Makes sense. Okay, with all this power and data, security must be a huge concern.
Paramount. CISA, that's the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, added 3 new vulnerabilities to its list of known exploited threats, stuff actively being used by attackers.
Right, staying vigilant.
And the Department of Energy actually held a summit with officials from 40 states specifically focused on cyber threats to the energy sector.
Critical infrastructure. The stakes there are incredibly high.
Absolutely. Robust security isn't optional, especially as AI itself can be used to create more sophisticated threats. It's non-negotiable for trust and adoption.
True. Okay. Shifting down to the metal. Hardware, semiconductors, the chip industry. What's happening there?
Well, a pretty significant warning came from NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang. He basically said the semiconductor industry is hitting physical limits when it comes to shrinking transistors further. Moore's law slowing down, essentially.
We've heard whispers of that for years, but coming from him, what's the implication?
It means future performance gains won't just come from making things smaller. It forces innovation in other directions, like novel chip architectures, more specialized designs specifically for AI tasks, maybe even entirely new computing methods.
A fundamental shift in how we get more computing power. Fascinating.
Yeah, it's a big deal for the next decade of tech.
Okay, one more category mentioned here, fintech. Any quick highlights?
Yeah, Ramp, the corporate spending fintech company in the U.S., they raised another $500 million.
$500 million, valuing them at
$22.5 billion. Shows the huge appetite for modernizing corporate finance, likely with AI baked in.
Right.
And another one, FTV Capital, invested $70 million into a company called Sapphire. They use AI and blockchain to make trade settlements smoother.
Streamlining complex finance with new tech. Makes sense.
Yeah, using AI to handle that complexity.
Okay, so if we try to connect all these dots, from the trillion-dollar investments down to specific apps and security warnings.
Yeah, the picture that emerges is one of just relentless innovation and staggering amounts of money being poured in, all centered around AI.
It's reshaping basically the entire tech landscape.
Completely. It feels pervasive.
All right, before we wrap up, let's do the tech tip of the week from the newsletter.
Ah, yes. This one's useful. Use the site operator in your Google searches.
How did that work?
So if you want to search only within a specific website, like GitHub, you'd type site.github.com and then your search term. The example given was site.github.com, language.python, to find Python code just on GitHub.
Ah, okay. So it filters results just to that one domain. Super handy for targeted searching.
Definitely a time saver. Cuts out a lot of noise.
Nice tip. So turning back to the big picture for you, our listener.
Yeah.
How do you think this trillion-dollar AI arms race is going to reshape your daily digital life?
Yeah.
What are the unexpected shifts maybe just around the corner?
It's a great question to ponder.
It really is, and it leads to this final thought. In a world where big tech is investing over $1 trillion, just laying the AI foundation, what completely new challenges or maybe ethical problems or even just totally unexpected opportunities might pop up from that sheer scale.
Hmm.
What impacts will these huge, mostly invisible changes under the hood have on our daily lives that maybe we haven't even begun to grasp yet?
Yeah, what haven't we seen coming? Definitely something to chew on.
Absolutely. Food for thought until our next deep dive.